Education quality. Yes, education quality in Bangladesh is our topic today. Okay, mic check 1 2 3. We're going live in 3 2 1. Hello everyone, good afternoon. I'm Prottoy and welcome to Talenthut Presence Online Language Club. Well, in this language club, we're gonna discuss about our educational quality today, and also we have a quiz section. Depend on the previous article, we read about 14 most gorgeous small towns in Greece. So without wasting time, I'm gonna jump right into the quiz section. So let's begin. প্রথম যে শব্দটা আমাদের কাছে আছে সেটা হচ্ছে পিকচারেস্ক। এটা মানে কি? পিকচারেস্ক আমরা অসংখ্যবার এই শব্দটা পেয়েছি। ইয়েস, ছবির মতো সুন্দর। জাস্টিস এই শব্দটার মানে কি? দুটা অর্থ আছে এটাতে, দেখি দুইটাই বলেন দেখি, তাহলে ধরতে পারবো যে না আপনারা দুটো অর্থই জানেন। জাস্টিস মানে কি? জয় সাহেব ঠিক বলছিলেন, বলেন দেখি কোনটা বলতে চাচ্ছিলেন? ন্যায় বিচার যদি বলি, হ্যাঁ ন্যায় বিচার বলি জাস্টিস। আবার বিচারক ইংরেজিও কিন্তু জাস্টিস, চিফ জাস্টিস, প্রধান বিচারপতি, জাস্টিসও বলে, জাজও বলে, জাস্টিসও বলে। এক ইন্টারেস্টিং ফ্যাক্ট হচ্ছে জাজ মানেও কিন্তু বিচার করা, বিচারকের ইংরেজিও হচ্ছে জাজ। আবার জাস্টিসও ন্যায় বিচার, আবার হচ্ছে জাস্টিস বিচারপতি নিজে, মানে বিচারপতি এবং বিচার দুটো একই জিনিস, একই অর্থে যাচ্ছে। যাক, তারপর হচ্ছে পেবল, PEBBL, পেবল এটা মানে কি? নুড়ি পাথর, নুড়ি পাথর ইংরেজি হচ্ছে পেবল, PEBBL।
ভাই আমি শুনতে পাইনি, মনে হচ্ছে কি বললেন ভাই, একটু কাইন্ডলি বলবেন।
এটা হচ্ছে পেবল শব্দটা, PEBBL, পেবল।
আমি ভুল শুনেছিলাম।
আচ্ছা, তারপর হচ্ছে ওয়াটার লাইন, এটা মানে কি বোঝেন ওয়াটার লাইন দিয়ে?
ওয়াটার লাইন,
যে গাছগুলো ওয়াটার লাইন পর্যন্ত আছে, ওয়াটার লাইন মানে হ্যাঁ জলরেখা বলতে হচ্ছে পানিটা এবং মাটি যে জায়গাটাতে মিশেছে, পানিটা মাটির যে জায়গাটাতে টাচ করেছে সেটা হচ্ছে ওয়াটার লাইন। ওকে, এবার হচ্ছে হারবার, HARBOR, হারবার এটা মানে কি? পোতাশ্রয়, যেখানে জাহাজগুলো আশ্রয় নেয়। কখন আশ্রয় নেয়? যখন ঝড় হয়, ওই জায়গাতে ঢেউ থাকে না। তারপর হচ্ছে LINGER, লিঙ্গার, হোয়াট ইজ দ্য মিনিং অফ ইট? দীর্ঘসূত্রিতা বা কিছুক্ষণ চিন্তা করা এটা নিয়ে। তারপর হচ্ছে ইমার্জ, EMERGE, ইমার্জ এটা মানে কি? উদীয়মান। তারপর হচ্ছে উঠছে আর কি। এবার হচ্ছে হোয়াইট ওয়াশড বিল্ডিংস, এটা মানে কি? আমাদের বিল্ডিং এর নরমালি কি রং করা হয় বলেন দেখি? হোয়াইট ওয়াশ করা হয়, মানে বাংলায় কি চুনকাম করা বলে না এইটা। তারপর হচ্ছে রিলেটিভলি, এটা মানে কি? একটা লাইন ছিল আমাদের পারিকিয়াতে, হ্যাঁ তুলনামূলকভাবে, সেটা হচ্ছে রিলেটিভলি। তারপর
আমি একটু ইন্টারাপ্ট করি।
শিওর শিওর।
থ্যাংক ইউ। আসলে মানে যেহেতু আমি নতুন, তো আমার আসলে একটু মানে সবকিছু ক্যাচ করতে হয়তো একটু হবে, মানে আমি আসলে বুঝতে পারবো না অনেক কিছুই। হ্যাঁ, তো আজকে কি আমরা কি কোনো ভোকাবুলারি বা আসলে মানে সিস্টেমটা কি ভাইয়া এখানে
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, এটা হ্যাঁ এটা হয়তো আমি আপনাকে বলেছিলাম, সেটা হচ্ছে আমরা একদিন একটা আর্টিকেল পড়ি, আমাদের দুই ধরনের সেশন আছে। একদিন একটা আর্টিকেল পড়ি আমরা, এবং আর্টিকেলটা থেকে পড়ার পরদিন থাকে আমাদের কনভারসেশন সেশন, এবং কনভারসেশনের আগে হচ্ছে ওই গত দিনের আর্টিকেল থেকে কিছু ভোকাবুলারি নিয়ে থাকে কুইজ। এখন সেগুলো কি কি আপনার আর্টিকেলটা পড়তে হবে, এটার জন্য সেখান থেকে নিউ কিছু শব্দ আপনি কালেক্ট করতে পেরেছেন, সেটার উপরে একটি কুইজ থাকে। আর আশা করি আপনি শ্রোতা হিসেবে জয়েন করেন, সমস্যা নেই, আপনি খেয়াল করেন কি হচ্ছে। আচ্ছা, নো ইস্যুস।
তাকে একটু বুঝিয়ে আর কি বিষয়টা।
আচ্ছা, বোঝার পরে ইনফর্ম করলেই হবে ওয়েন এভার ইউ আর রেডি। ওকে।
ওকে, ওকে, ওকে,
ওকে,
থ্যাংক ইউ।
সো লেটস মুভ অন টু দ্য নেক্সট ওয়ান। তারপর হচ্ছে ডেস্টিনেশন শব্দটার অর্থ।
গন্তব্য স্যার।
গন্তব্য।
গন্তব্য।
অ্যাবসলিউটলি কারেক্ট। তারপর হচ্ছে ডেডিকেটেড। হোয়াট ইজ দ্য মিনিং অফ ইট?
নিবেদিত।
উৎসর্গীকৃত বা নিবেদিত।
নিবেদিত
হ্যাঁ,
নিবেদিত
দুটাই হয়, দুটোই হয়। তারপর হচ্ছে SAINT, সেইন্ট, এটা মানে কি?
স্যার, সাধু, সাধু।
সাধু। সি পোর্ট, SEA স্পেস PORT, সি পোর্ট।
এটা হচ্ছে সাগর, সমুদ্র বন্দর।
সমুদ্র বন্দর। ওকে, অ্যাবসলিউটলি কারেক্ট। তারপর হচ্ছে কার্ভড, CARVED, কার্ভড।
খাদ না স্যার।
খোদাই করা।
খোদাই করা।
খোদাই।
ওকে, সর্বশেষটা হচ্ছে মনাস্টারি। হোয়াট ইজ দ্য মিনিং অফ ইট?
স্যার, এটা তো আশ্রম।
আশ্রম। ওকে, সো দ্যাটস অল ফর টুডে। তো মোটামুটি আমাদের কমন কিছু জিনিস নিয়ে কিন্তু সবসময় কনফিউশন তৈরি হয়, এবং আশা করছি এগুলো আমরা গুছিয়ে ফেলতে পারবো। যাক, সো আর উই রেডি ফর দ্য কনভারসেশন? ওকে, সো মিস্টার জহির
স্যার।
অ্যান্ড সাথী ম্যাম,
জি
লেটস
স্যার।
লেটস বিগিন। নিয়ম হচ্ছে ওই যে সেম থাকবে, আমি হ্যান্ড রেজ করলে আপনারা 1 মিনিট সময় পাবেন কথা শেষ করার জন্য। সো পয়েন্টে চেষ্টা করবো আমরা কথা বলার জন্য। ওকে, লেটস বিগিন। বাকিরা আমরা একটু মিউট করে ফেলি। ওকে।
হ্যালো,
Good
আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
afternoon, sir. Sir, how are you?
I am fine. And you, ma'am?
I'm also fine. So, how was your day?
Actually, I had a fine day because of this month is Holy Ramadan. That's why all day is fine for me. But last few days, weather is too much hot. So that's why I something uncomfortable in this moment. How was your day?
Sir, I was so busy because I was cleaning my home, and so because our Idul Fitr coming soon, so that's why I am cleaning my whole room. So, sir, do you think that our country education quality is good?
Yes. Actually, I think our country's education quality is remains low. The most essential measure of quality in a school system whether its students are learning to foundational skill for all future learning. I think our I think reading in our country's education is not good in this time. But in Bangladesh, most children are not acquiring basic reading fluency, I think.
Yeah, yes, sir, you are right. I think that I can share my opinion that I think this our country education system quality is not good because every people, not only me, every people passed their classes and school by memorizing all study memorizing, but they most of the people don't gain knowledge. So
Yes,
it's difficult to get a better job for everyone in my country.
That's why I think our country's education quality is not good, because from our childhood, when we admit in school, that time from school they give a lot of book like for 4 or 5 years old, a child, their ma'am, they do not they cannot get a lot of stress, but our school, they give a lot of stress, like I like whenever
Yes.
I study in kindergarten. That time I had to read 10 book. So it's tough
It's
to
too much actually. It's too much. This subject
yes,
actually too much for a kindergarten
and
student.
and in others country, development country like America, Australia, UK, you can see that they are when their children eligible for school, go to school, that time they just give one book for they study one book for 2 years. They do not have to read many books. So and they teach them how to work, how to maintain rules, social rules. But in our society, I don't think that I can learn many things from society. Something I can learn from our family, but in our school, they do not give they do not get actual actual
Education.
teach actual
Actual
knowledge.
learning.
so
Yes, yes.
so I think I don't think that it's good. What do
Yes.
you think,
Uh,
sir? I
yes. Our country system, education system, actually three levels: primary, secondary, and higher education. Primary education consists of 8 years actually. Secondary education last 4 years, and then higher education for every student. Um, and when a student get interview, then I think its education is learn for every education actually lower. He don't get any job. Our countries, every student, when her education is complete, then don't get any qualified job. I think it's
yes.
not better for me, for
Yes,
us.
sir. You are right. I want to share my opinion, another opinion. Like my one of my cousin, when he gave mm, PSC exam, and he got GPA 5. But when he came in our house, I asked him that what is our national animal name, what is our national flower name, but he couldn't tell me. And
Yes,
that time I just shocked, because he got GPA 5, but how can he didn't tell me what is the name of our national animal and flower. So I think our education quality
yes,
totally is
yes.
not good.
It's a good thing. I
Okay,
think I am completely
yes.
agree with you. I'm share with you situation last
Yes, sir.
actually last
I
years.
will listen to your topic, but our time is over already. Our sir hand raised. So thank you. I will hear about from you in another time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice
and I enjoy with you having a conversation, and I gain a lot of knowledge from you. Thank you, sir. Have a nice time.
Okay, thank you for your conversation and thanks for evaluating our education system and the values of it. So I hope people will be more conscious about these and hopefully will be benefited from this kind of knowledge. Okay, so I can see Mr. Sohel Rana joined in. Mr. Sohel, good afternoon. How are you doing there? কেমন আছেন? Mr. Sohel, are you there? You have to turn on your microphone. আপনার মাইক্রোফোনটা অন করতে হবে। Okay, let's see. Okay, so how are you doing today? Are you in office or in home?
Yeah, I'm pretty well. Today was my day off. That's why I'm stay my home, and whole day I am in leisure time. Sometimes I am sleeping, and other time I went outside. Overall, good.
Okay, that's pretty good. So today we're discussing about our education value, right? So your conversation partner is Mr. Rajiv today. So Mr. Rajiv, can you hear us? শুনতে পাচ্ছেন?
Education, hello.
Yes, the value of education in our country. You can elaborate it or you can share your opinions with us about this. Or the education quality and value. You have to compare between these. Okay,
Hello, sir.
let's begin.
Good afternoon, Rajesh sir.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm pretty well. How was your day?
Yeah, it's going as usual.
Benefited from this kind of
So,
knowledges.
sir,
In leisure
our
time.
topic is
Sometimes
education and politics. My question is
Okay, that's
uh,
pretty good.
what
So
is
today
the
we're discussing about our
difference
education.
between nowadays education and last 10 days, last 10 years ago education and now education? What is the difference between them? Do you find any difference?
okay. Thank you, sir. Actually, uh, if we consider at broadly, uh, in our education system, present education system, and before 10 years education system, and maybe there is no basic difference because in our country, the education system or our syllabus is not sense. But I think we should change our education system because time is always changing, and learning process and everything is changing. So our syllabus, school and university syllabus should change, but maybe lots of negligence in our country. Authority, they do not take this type of step. On the other hand, before 10 years ago in our country, their educational institute was not enough, but at present time lots of educational institute established, such as private university and private school and college. That type of university has been in present time.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your question. Before answering this question, I would add something in my first question. You said that like our education system is not good, like but I want to make a point here because after nowadays government try to improve our education system. Like government last few years ago, they try to develop our technical education. So it's a good thing for our country. Look, we are sound 44 sound. In my, I think it should be no in when I was reading class 4 or 5, like that time. But when I complete my graduation, after completing my graduation, I don't know what is how many sounds of alphabet. After admit this institution, I know that the 26 alphabet has 44 sound. So our primary education is so poor, and our primary, whatever, it's all education system is so poor. That's why we can't get enough any government any kind of jobs quickly after completing our graduation. In I read an article in 2017. That time I read an article in Prottoy, and the article was in South continent or South Asia. Our country's higher education student is highest in South Asia. Can you imagine that? But we can't get any quality any qualityful or any valuable job in the other country. Yeah, you can say like some in 100% in 1 or 2% young student they can get some job in other country, but overall our education country is so poor. So sir, I can I ask something? Look,
Sure, sure, sure.
if you different our primary school like government primary school and non-government primary school, what is the difference between them? Our government primary school student, it's so they got, yeah, they got good result, but their practical knowledge is so poor. But other on the other hand, if you compare like a non-government primary school student, it's so they they earn or they get some knowledge. So what do you think? Would you like to make a point here, or would you like to different from them? What is the difference from them? Why government student are not get enough knowledge? What is the অবহেলা বুঝলি কি হবে? Negligence.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Actually, it is a interesting question, I think. In our country has lots of government primary school, and beside some famous or renowned private primary school has been grow up. But if we consider between two school, that means government primary school and private primary school, we will follow maybe most of the case private primary school or kindergarten school, their student are qualities good, or their education system is comparatively high than primary school. Why we are follow this type of difference? Because government primary school uh, uh, run according to government rule and regulation, and teacher are getting salary from the government, so they have no pressure. If their school student and is not able to achieve good score, they have no responsibility.
Responsibility. Yes.
Responsibility. So they don't take care properly. They just their primary school teacher, they are coming to school, and they are not
Present.
give
That's so present.
proper to teach to the student. On the other hand, private primary school, they know if their school education is not good, that time guardian, they don't send to their children to their school, and that's why there's lots of responsibility. That's why here is some educational difference. But I want to say other things, that is some remote area, there is no private primary school, there is only government primary school. They are getting opportunity only for primary school, and that is school some student they are very well, they are doing very well. And in private primary school, if you follow, most of the renowned private primary school is situated in government in Dhaka city, as well as in the district city or town. So other village is not available the primary school. So I want to ask you, what is the main barrier in our university level to develop their quality. Can you explain it?
Okay, sir. In my experience, as so the in my opinion, I think it's depend on our government actually. You look our university, private university or government university, it puts all control our government. If if government take a responsibility to improve our education, it will be it could be done. They could be done because our in our country is republic country, and we have to follow our government rules and regulation. Our government, yeah, our government, that not doesn't mean that our government do not take any step. They always try to step. They always create rules and regulation, but they can't try to apply this strictly. That's why it's our university. You look our university education or higher secondary, primary, all is depend on our government. I think government should to take it properly, and they should I think they training our train our teachers proper way, and they also try to our teach and practically. So it's I think if they teach us practical education, it will be helpful for our career as well as our as well as our professional career, or as well as our personal career. So, sir, it's a nice conversation between me, and I get some information with you, and it was very helpful for my near future. So, thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Okay, also thank you to you. I feel most comfortable with you this conversation. Thank you. In future, we will do again conversation. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
Okay, Mr. Sohail and Mr. Rajiv, thanks to both of you for pointing out some crucial points like practical education, uh, why it is important, and it is one of the most lacking factors in our education system, and it's making the value less. Thank you for pointing this out. So, I can see Hena Khanum ma'am joined in. Hena ma'am, good afternoon. আপনি কি আছেন আমাদের সাথে? ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম। ওকে, সো আমাদের সাথে কিন্তু একজন নতুন মেম্বার আজকে আছেন, আয়েশা সিদ্দিকা। উনি আমাদের ব্যাচ 10-এ অ্যাডমিট হয়েছেন। সো মিস্টার সোহেল, অ্যাজ শি ডাজন্ট নো ইউ, শুধুমাত্র আপনার পরিচয়টা বাকি আছে এবং হেনা ম্যামের দাও। তো আপনাদের ইন্ট্রোডাকশনটা শেষ হলে হেনা ম্যামের সাথে কনভারসেশনটা শুরু করুন। সো মিস্টার সোহেল, ক্যান আই হ্যাভ ইউর ইন্ট্রোডাকশন?
Thank you. Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for coming. This is Sohail. I'm from Talenthut. I'm a job holder and also language club member.
Okay, thank you. Now, Hena ma'am, it's your turn.
Assalamualaikum. I'm Hina Khanum. I live in Dhaka. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for your introduction. Okay, so Hena ma'am, let's have a conversation. We were talking about education value. Yes, ma'am, tell me.
So I don't know the topic. That's why I want to ask you which topic.
Yes.
Today.
Actually, I was telling about the topic. We were talking about our education value and qualities, like what is the condition it has now and the value it possesses. So, ma'am, have you heard any conversation? We had 2 conversations already. Okay, so let me ask you for your opinion. Can you tell me what kind of opinion do you hold against nowadays education? What is your opinion? What is the quality of it?
Actually, nowadays our country's education system is going to be better, I think, because of actually we face, that's why our education is going to be a better education because of our students whole education system is going to be good. They allows their time and also their career, as uh, we are facing good education system for Denmark. And I saw lots of news in newspaper, education related, lots of information, and our government they take lots of decisions. So I'm not agree with them. That's why I think this is going to be very interesting because they are losing their they are losing their
Well,
system.
do
So
you think
that's
it's
very
because do you think it's because they're actually not making the study interesting? As far as I know, education actually matters to the students. If they are not interested or if they don't enjoy the
yes, sir.
sessions, they'll definitely not join.
No, sir. They are sir, losing their attraction with books because of when they are using online education. They are. I saw my little kid. She has joined the online class, but when she attend the class, she is not attentive because of I saw she is very ineffective and she is just switch off the camera and she's doing another thing. So I think so this
Well, the funny thing is
not
that
a good
we are. This is still an experimental thing, the online education, and most of the teachers, I think, are not yet totally equipped or skilled for it. It will take time because we're going through a tough phase for the pandemic. But I think, as far as I know about kids, they need special attentions. Every kid, because their attention span is until you can attract them. So I think that kid didn't find the lesson interesting. That's why
exciting.
he or she did this. Okay.
Yes.
So other than that, other than apart from online class, like when once upon a time, I think 2 years ago, when physical classes used to happen, still people were not interested in the class. So what could be the reason behind that?
What I think. Actually,
Uh,
sir,
Tell me about the
they are
time
not
when you were
attending
a
because of
student. Tell me about the time when you were a student. Why was there any reason which made your lessons interesting or boring? You can share that.
actually, sir, that time I was so I was naughty, sir, because of I'm which is always filter very not in front. Then they play because of your teacher was your teacher. He is guardian. He is teacher. He is actually quality and also his community support. This is attract lots of people out there. They're reading books, but they are not supporting your teacher like some other. If you find like that, then it happens. They are evolution. They attend the class regularly and
Yes,
they are
I can remember when I was in school. I had to write a composition or paragraph. I forgot the exact one. My favorite teacher or about a teacher. So when I was researching about the what should I write, so I found some qualities of a teacher. Like there was a point. A teacher should be a good communicator, or he should be expert in communication. Because if you can't relay the information to your students, if they can't grab it or can't grasp it properly, you are a bad communicator, and it's your job, it's your duty to deliver the, not only delivering the speech or the lecture, you have to relay the information, pass the information to the students so that they can understand it, realize it, and they can use it in their future life. So that's the thing a teacher do. And a teacher should also be an inspiring person. And I think inspiration is a great thing in human life. It's kind of a human boost. If you give them enough inspiration, people can do anything, because people are mentally strong. If you give them some mental support, we can do the impossible, as I have seen.
yes.
Okay, so are you still in
Yes,
the
I
office?
agree with
Are you still in the office, ma'am?
yes, no, sir, no, no, now I just entered my house.
Okay, so you were walking and continuing the conversation. I think actually, do you remember that whenever the first earphone came in or Bluetooth earphone came in, when you were just using your earphone to talk in mobile phone, sometimes the roadside people they used to stare like, is the guy talking alone? They thought like it is a mad person, like he's talking to
Yes,
himself.
yes,
Actually, yes, yes.
I also thought like that. When I saw that person, I thought,
The same thing still happens when I actually go out with my students when the office is physically open. The students come, sometimes we go out for having tea or snacks. That time when I talk with them in English, have conversation with them, I see everyone is actually noticing. They are thinking what are they talking about. Like actually that's the interest they're having. Like I can remember one incident. Mr. Sohel, do you remember when we went out for snacks one day? Mr. Sohel, can you hear me? Mr. Sohel and I went out for a snack. Then we were talking about it, like different opinions, sharing different things, and people were like, okay, what are they talking about? It's the attention I enjoy the most, that they are not understanding anything. You can even share important things, but they won't get it, and that's the funny thing I have, because and also it is a regret that people are so much ignorant about English. That really hurts me the most, because many books and informations in English. So why don't learn it? Use it as a ladder. That's what my proposition is. We should use it as a ladder to gather knowledge. So we are shutting the door if we don't learn this one. Right, ma'am? Okay, I think yes, I think you were tired, ma'am. I think you were tired, and as if the time is coming, so thank you for this conversation. Take a rest, and hope to see you later. Take care, ma'am. Allah Hafiz. Okay, so ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম, দ্যাটস অল অ্যাবাউট টুডেজ, অ্যান্ড ইনশাল্লাহ ঈদের আগে এটা আমাদের সর্বশেষ সেশন। ইনশাল্লাহ দেখা হচ্ছে। আমাদের সেশন দিয়ে ইনশাল্লাহ শুরু হবে 22 তারিখ শনিবার আমার সেশনটা শুরু হচ্ছে। সো টিল দেন সবাই ভালো থাকেন, সুস্থ থাকেন, আর ঈদের শুভেচ্ছা রইল অগ্রিম। সো স্টে সেফ, কিপ লার্নিং, অ্যান্ড হ্যাভ এ গুড টাইম। টেক কেয়ার এভরিওয়ান। আল্লাহ হাফেজ।